Bucks continue to come up short in the playoffs. Should Giannis leave Milwaukee and go chase a ring?
Absolutely. He needs to go. Say yes, peace, goodbye, thank you for your services. And what I stand on are a few principles here. The first one is Giannis should be able to have the freedom of mobility to go to any of the other 29 teams and just play for financial success and freedom, but just the opportunity. But two, as he's pursuing that, which is taking care of his and taking care of his family, he should be able to also go out there and chase a ring without the negative stigma. And that stigma has been placed on these players, especially of late, because the power is in the player more so than the general manager. The general manager is late to that party, to that transaction in terms of acquiring players. Players make that movement occur nowadays. Back in the 80s, yeah, it was a team that had Kareem already on it and Magic drafted to it, and then James Worthy's drafted to it, and then you have the Super Lakers, or in Boston when you have 4 Hall of Famers on the same team. Yeah, that's when the GM was sitting there in the cloudy, smoke-filled room and could make these moves and make these things happen. But now it's happening when these guys are at these skilled training facilities, just texting each other, just meeting in the Hamptons, whatever it may be. But the issue that I have the greatest point with and the greatest problem with is this sense of loyalty. Like, literally, you're drafted somewhere. You're forced to go somewhere to play. And he was forced to go to Milwaukee to play at the age of 18. And now, because of this loyalty, he's supposed or is expected to just stay there through highs and lows, and that shows loyalty. I think the greatest loyalty needs to be to himself and to his career and to his opportunities of pursuing a championship, and that's it.
Marcellus, I'm disappointed in you for that one, sir. I mean, as a man who looks up to you, I'm disappointed in you. Giannis doesn't need to go chase a ring. Giannis needs to bring a ring to himself. See, Giannis wouldn't be running toward a ring. He would be running away from his limitations. And that is the problem I have. Now, you always got to look at the counter argument. You don't want to be one of the greatest players of all time that never won a ring. You want to be one of the greatest players of all time, period. You don't want that little extra additive to that sentence. But Giannis, when they were talking about the Heat matchup, this is what really rubbed me the wrong way. You're about to be a 2-time back-to-back NBA MVP. And everybody's saying, man, the Bucks had a bad matchup. The Bucks had a bad matchup. Giannis, you should be the bad matchup. You're 6'11", a freakazoid. But the problem is everybody is telling the Bucks what the Bucks couldn't do and what the Heat could do to them. How come people weren't sitting here like, man, the Heat will have no answer for Giannis? If he is that great, which he has the ability and has proven in the regular season the ability to do, then he got to be able to do that in the postseason, Marcellus. If Giannis were to leave, it's not as if Giannis does not have the nucleus of a roster that could win a ring. If Giannis were to leave, it would be a punk move, and we have seen punk moves as of late. Now,
we went punk move.
It depends what kind of bed you want to lie in. At the end of the day, Charles Barkley, he'll never be able to say he has a ring. But everybody does. We don't question Charles Barkley's greatness. On the flip side, KD will for sure be able to say he has several rings and finals MVPs. But people will always be like, man, KD, could you have won it without them Golden State Warriors? Because it's not like you didn't have a squad. So I'm just saying Giannis might end up in that same type of conversation. Marcellus, how you got the best record in the league and get bounced? Best record in the league and get bounced, and not even in a pretty fashion. Giannis doesn't need to go chase a ring. Giannis needs to bring a ring to him.
I almost feel bad jumping in on this at this point because, Acho, you just took Marcellus down. I feel like I'm piling on here. But
please bring it. Y'all both don't combine to my weight.
Let me be clear. And you guys may know this about me. Maybe you don't. I'm a practical man. I'm not into the whole loyalty thing. He should stay there. He should be guilted in staying there because so many guys have left and it's a small market. Giannis should stay in Milwaukee because he's not going to find a place better suited for him and everything that he wants to achieve. It's a team that has another all-star in Chris Middleton next to him. He has 2 other all-defensive team players. He has a guy in the coach in Mike Budenholzer who's been in an organization that has won championships. He knows that championship formula. So when I put it all together, Milwaukee can, by the way, billionaire owners who are willing to spend almost everything and anything. And there's a familiarity there that Giannis has. So I'm not asking him to do this to make a sacrifice to stay in Milwaukee. I'm looking at what he said, what he has, and I'm saying, Giannis, you can't go to a place that's going to get you something more than that. And if we're talking about legacy and legend, to bring a one championship to Milwaukee now connects him to Oscar Robertson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If he goes anyplace else, it's going to require multiple championships to get that done, in much the same way that LeBron's one championship in Cleveland is worth 2 in Miami.
Yeah, I would love to be connected with Kareem and win a championship in Milwaukee and do what Kareem did, leave. Kareem left and got, 5 when he went to L.A.? So don't talk about that connection. Kareem was like, yeah, okay, that was cute. Let's go somewhere else where there are greener pastures. That said, there is a basketball situation that's even better for him right now, and a lot of reports are firing up about it. The Miami Heat, talking about our ownership and resources.
Come on, Marcellus. You that guy?
Acho is going to
go to the team that beats you? You're that guy.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you're that guy.
Hell yeah. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. Y'all didn't learn from the Kevin Durant situation.
What we didn't learn?
Because he got his 2 rings. Here's the thing. Nobody in history is going to question if Kevin Durant is a better basketball player than Charles Barkley. Just be real about that. Y'all can try to poke holes and call them all the names you want, but when you talk about who was better, you're not going to have that argument. And this is an argument that Giannis should not get lost in. Don't go down that path, brother. Go down the path that's best for you. Slick Rick, I don't know where you are right now. It's pretty dark in there.
It was dark. It was incredibly dark.
Unsolved mysteries is chasing something going on right now. But Slick Rick, it's amazing that it sounds like a war crime almost how they draft you. They force you to go somewhere. And no matter what happens there, you're supposed to stay there or we're going to persecute your image. And a guy like Acho will call it a punk move if you decide to go to greener pastures to give you not only the financial success that you're going to get either place, but there's a cherry on top potential if you go to the Miami Heat, potentially go to the Portland Trail Blazers. Who knows what could happen to Golden State Warriors and what they could cook up. But the point of this is, I just don't like the stigma. Whatever he wants to do, if he wants to stay, please don't sit there and say, this guy is better than the rest because he stuck it out. Like Russell Westbrook was winning that argument for 2 or 3 years and then realized, man, let me try and figure this out somewhere else for greener pastures. I wish people would stop pushing back on these guys for having the freedom that we all should have.
It's not, Marcellus, that he's better than the rest. It's that Giannis said it himself. 2018, they asked him about superstar teams. He said, you don't got to have a lot of stars. He said, I definitely think we have great pieces, and every guy on this team knows his role and is having fun and enjoying his role. Giannis, when asked about being buddy-buddy with guys, he said Kobe didn't have a lot of friends while he was playing. He said KG, he wasn't buddy-buddy with a lot of guys. I just don't think that makes a ton of sense. Giannis didn't grow up in this AAU culture where we all got to kick it and post each other on Snapchat after the games. Giannis has already expressed his opinion, Marcellus. He has already said, I want to do it a different way. And how dare you even say that Giannis should go join the Heat, a team that Giannis should have been able to beat if Giannis, rather than joining and leaving and running to the Heat, just improves the skill set. Now when the Heat try to pack the paint, he can make them pay with the mid-range jumpers. Like, the problem is your ideology. Sure, but Durant was up 3-1. Up 3-1.
Oh, now it matters what the score was.
No. What matters is, at the end of the day, should KD have left or could KD have not just won? He could have just won. No. He could have just won.
And you give me one more thing, Slick Rick. Let me get on this. This whole Kobe and KG mentality. How did KG finally win a big 3 in Boston? How did Kobe win? Shaq? He got 3 with him. Then he had a super team that didn't win. And then it gets Pau Gasol. Y'all acting like these dudes could do it.
I'm just saying, we're not going to act like Pau Gasol was a world beater.
Chris Middleton is a good player, but if there's a greater situation, why would you want to have the reservation to chase
Slick, sorry, there's still some more meat on this bone.
Oh, Slick, eat.
No. I got to grub real quick, Marcellus. I got to grub real quick because you really
I got you in that corner.
He's trying to, but I'm about to bob and weave. Here's the problem that you have, Marcellus. The only reason that the Bucks didn't advance was because of Giannis.
Oh, my God.
That's what you don't understand. Let me ask you this.
They wouldn't have been in that position without Giannis.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to play to your bias. I'm going to play to your bias. If Kawhi was on the Bucks instead of Giannis, do the Bucks beat the Heat? 1 for 1.
You know the answer. You know the answer.
Answer.
I
know the
can't
answer.
Answer the question.
I really can't because the Heat have
know the answer. You
the
don't
answer.
want to
Tremendous
answer.
shooting.
You know.
Tremendous
No, he's
coaching.
lying, and I can't
I'm
stand.
not lying.
It's getting hot in here.
I'm not
He's
lying.
lying.
Well, hold
But
on.
let me answer.
Siakam and Kyle Lowry added what Kawhi Leonard was a championship.
The answer is
just Chris Middleton.
The answer
really?
is
and
the answer is if Kawhi was on the Bucks instead of Giannis, the Bucks would have won. If LeBron was on the Bucks instead of Giannis, the Bucks would have won. And so you're sitting here and saying that Giannis should go chase other teams and should go chase a ring. Giannis could just improve his game because Giannis could just improve his game and be the killer.
Slick, help him out.
I need no help.
With the
Let me
ego.
button back up.
Here's the other part to this. First of all, making the comparison to KD is not fair because KD was a complete player and he went to a team in the Golden State Warriors that was perfect to complement him.
Thank you.
It was needed. That's not going to happen. Wherever Giannis goes, he's not going to go as a free agent. They're going to have to give up assets to get him. But if you look at the culprits, whether it's Miami or it's the Lakers or it's Dallas, any of the teams that have been mentioned, he's going as the second banana or as a carpetbagger. He's not going to be looked at as the guy. If he wins in Milwaukee, again, it's going to be because of Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the fact that they haven't won to this point is because of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Right now, he has a Scottie Pippen skill set.
Thank you.
I've talked to the coaches who have coached him. Jason Kidd, number of guys in Milwaukee. And they all say he has the Jordan mindset. He's just not there skill-wise yet. So why not develop those skills and bring home a championship in Milwaukee rather than go someplace else? How's that working out for Russell? He's now got to play behind James Harden. Even if he wins a ring there, he's not going to get the credit that he would have if he stayed in Oklahoma City.
Wow. One thing I didn't know is that I was working with a hypocrite.
So much truth. I don't know. I don't see it.
Acho is a hypocrite. If you want to second this hypocrisy, go ahead.
How?
Because Acho, look,
I don't know.
He left somewhere to come over here to get paid and to get the ring and to join forces with the MVP of this talk game. It's your boy right here. Now, when Acho does it, it's all good. But if Giannis wants to go to greener pastures, it's a problem. Get out of here, you hypocrites.